words here with Reaction, radio talk show host James Harris, Fox News contributor Eboni Williams. Guys, good to see you both. You know, I will say this. I think that Republicans, conservatives, if you look at the statistics the last 8 years, black Americans, 58% increase on food stamps. Obama hasn't helped them. 20% increase, black Americans not participating in the labor force. He's not helping them. And I do believe conservative policies would help every American. But you've got to ask people for their vote and support. I love this speech.
That's right, Sean. I think that there's a compelling case. I think Donald Trump made it around indicting some of the policies that have aided generations of dependency and things of this nature. So he spoke to that, I think, very eloquently. Here's the other half of the problem, though, Sean. He's got to say not only why Hillary Clinton and what she's talking about is bad, here's where I'm good. He can talk specifically about entrepreneurship opportunities,
well, let me tell you what he did say.
Things of that stuff.
He talked about schools. He talked about drugs. He talked about policing.
Sure.
He went into all that. But think of illegal immigration. One thing. Disproportionately, black Americans have been impacted. Illegal immigrants come into the country. They want jobs. They're competing with 95 million Americans out of the labor force, 20% increase in black Americans, and they're driving wages down.
Yeah.
Right?
I know people that have personal anecdotes about that. My mother's a small business owner. Absolutely. She's someone who would be
I love your mother. I'm just saying as a side note. I know.
She loves you right back, Sean Hannity. But no, you're making good points. And I would love to see your candidate who's been,
what do you mean my candidate? It's also yours, too.
Donald Trump. I would love to see Donald Trump build on what he started.
James, what do you think about that? You know, Obama said the right stuff. This is white America, black America, United States of America, and now we're more divided than ever along racial lines. That's sad to me. But I do look at these numbers, the lowest home ownership rate in 51 years. 1 in 5 American families, not a single person working in that family. Men 18 to 34, 1 in 6 in jail or living in mommy and daddy's basement. You know, the worst recovery since the 40s. 14 more million Americans on food stamps since Obama became president. He's not helping anybody.
If Trump wants to win this thing, he needs to continue to talk the way he did in Wisconsin. I disagree with you slightly. He doesn't need to talk about immigration. Law and order, safe neighborhoods. If he wants to get and keep the black vote, he needs to talk about that and also offer a vision of economic prosperity. If he does that, I think it will resonate, because who doesn't want to live in safe neighborhoods, Sean, and who doesn't want to get paid?
Yeah, well, I agree, but don't you think he went a long way? I thought it was refreshing. Think about this. Monday he talked about gays and lesbians being killed by countries that are giving a fortune, millions and millions of dollars to Hillary Clinton. They bought her silence. Then Tuesday, he's talking about black Americans and how they have suffered under the failed education policies of Democrats, the failed management of big cities in America, and now he's going to get them more jobs and more economic opportunity. Pretty good, you know what? Powerful message.
It was a very powerful message, and what I'm saying is, if he sticks to that message, if he's disciplined and continues to hammer that message home, he will find success. All he needs to do is look in Obama's backyard of Chicago. Since he has been president, well, actually over the last 20 years, you've seen the murder rate explode. 71% of those murders were committed by blacks. You had 51% of the kids born in that country, in that city, in the black community, are to single-parent families. And so when you talk about whether or not there's been prosperity, if you talk about whether there's been success in these Democrat-owned cities, in these Democrat-run communities, the answer is a resounding no. They keep doing the same thing over and over and over again and expect a different result. That is the definition of insanity. So you would think that at this point in time, Americans of African descent will be willing to ditch Democrat policies and embrace an economic opportunity.
Last word.
Willing to ditch, absolutely, but they've got to do it in favor of something that makes sense to them. And this is Donald Trump's opportunity, Sean, to speak specifically, speaking to Chicago. Education. Talk about Rahm Emanuel. Talk about how the public schools were not open. People were shot and killed. They were violent. These are very glaring examples Trump has at his disposal.
Yeah. All right. Good to see you both. Thank you. And both of you have a great weekend.
Thanks, Sean.
And coming up, we need your help. A very important question of the day on the special edition of Hannity. Straight ahead.